Right, so today we're in conversation with Nametso Mongwaketsi. She's a research scientist working in materials research. Is there an easier name that I can use instead of Nametso?
Everybody calls me Nanki.
Oh, Nanki. Oh, that's a lovely one. Nanki, just quickly tell me, why did you get into science?
Growing up in a previously disadvantaged background, all you want to see yourself do is finishing school, getting a better job, being able to go back and making the lives of your family easier. So when we were growing up, we were always told that studying maths and science will increase your opportunities or broaden your opportunities for you to study. So if you've done maths and science, you are able to study almost anything. Unlike when you've done history and geography, you tend to get limited. So with that, I decided to study maths and science. So I did my first Bachelor of Science in 2001 with Northwest University, which I completed and did an honors and Masters in Applied Radiation Science and Technology.
All right, so was it always love at first sight, or did you learn how to like these things?
No, it was not love at first sight, honestly. But you know, when watching movies, scientists were also heroes in some movies. So you also want one day in life being able to go back to where you come from and being a hero and giving back in terms of science and improving the livelihood of others.
So today you are Nanki, the superhero, but you work in materials research. So what exactly does a materials researcher do?
As a materials research scientist, we investigate different characteristics of various materials. So at iThemba labs, I'm using ion beam analysis techniques to do that. So the ion beam analysis techniques that I'm using for that at the moment is particle-induced X-ray emission, which is PIXI. It's a technique that we use for determining the elemental composition of various materials. And we also have another technique that is Rutherford backscattering spectroscopy, which is used for studying the elemental thicknesses of various materials.
So would you say, are you more involved in the fundamental side, trying to understand materials, or are you also leaning into the fabrication and industrial applications of the final product?
We are doing characterization with the hope in future for device application. So I've had an opportunity of going to Singapore. They have a technique that is called proton beam writing, which is used for fabricating patterns on different materials for application in semiconductor industry, microfluidics applications, as well as biosensors and others.
Okay, so materials are part of our lives. It's everywhere we look. It's in windows, it's in cars. Is there any specific material that you've worked with that fascinated you?
I worked on a project where biologists were interested in finding out why is it that a certain plant was able to grow in an environment that is high in concentrations of nickel and other toxic heavy metals. So with PIXI, we were able to study the roots of that plant, and then we were able to see that the plant developed a mechanism, sort of a defense mechanism against those toxic materials. We also worked on studying the strand of hairs. A few days ago, we were investigating the strand of the hairs of miners from the gold mine in Sudan. So they wanted to find out how much gold those miners had in their systems.
Nanki, when I listened to you, you kind of started off saying that I just wanted a job. But now I pick up there's a lot of energy. You've been to Singapore, you've traveled the world. So what is it that gets you up in the morning? What is it that excites you about doing research?
There's a new project that we've just embarked on with the new accelerator that was acquired here at iThemba Labs in 2016. We were required as scientists to come up with projects that will use this machine to its full capability. So we are introducing this proton beam writing here to create those patterns on different materials, like I've said. But what gets me excited is that it's a new field for me, because at the moment, this project is a multidisciplinary project. So I'm working with people from different disciplines. And in that process, I'm also able to work with students from institutions that we are currently collaborating with around South Africa.
So Nanki, I'm sure that there are many students out there who find themselves maybe in a similar position. They were pushed into science and maybe they think this is not for them, it's not going to work. Any final words that you would want to share with them?
There are opportunities out there, so they must just go out there and get them.
So there you have it, ladies and gents. This is Nanki, our very own superhero, working at iThemba Labs within materials research.
Thank you.